Her, a disintegrated notion. Beautiful, vibrant, alluring, spiritual, delicate, curvy, strong, captivating, intelligent, dedicated, intoxicating. That's her. Yet, gender inequality, poverty, family pressure, gender-based violence, early marriage, and inadequate health options, amongst many other factors, are stopping her from achieving her full potential. About 1 in 3 of her, aged 15 to 49, have experienced physical violence, and about 1 in 4 of her have experienced sexual violence from the age of 15, with 78% of her reporting that their husband or intimate partner was the perpetrator. 32% of her are married before the age of 18, with 62% of her in the school-going age missing school during their period because they lack the necessary sanitary wear. Her maternal mortality rate is one of the highest worldwide, and HIV/AIDS is particularly prevalent amongst her. Her income is generally lower than that of men, accompanied by less job security. She makes up 60% of the population, yet she is underrepresented in decision-making positions, discriminated against on the basis of her biology. Affected most by climate change, weather disasters, and pandemics. The notion of what a woman is here is blurred between what society expects of and portrays her to be and what is real. Her current decisions are based on choosing between her well-being, both physical and emotional, and that of her families. Most times, she cannot have both. Establishing an equal footing in terms of education, health, governance, as well as within financial domains, should be prioritized to allow her advancement in the country. That starts with government being accountable to the women and youth who make up the majority of the population. Pro-female products which facilitate her success and eventually her participation in the country's development are a must. Sadly, initiatives and policies which promote her to decision-making positions very rarely transform the systems and fundamental prejudices that create a gap between her formal and actual power. Isolated strategies aimed at empowering her do not necessarily change the perceptions held by those in power of her and her capabilities. Changes in perceptions of her are only partly achieved by investing in her education and ability to generate an income. Efforts aimed at economic empowerment and on promoting her to strategic positions overlook the important role of her organizing to challenge and undo beliefs and systems that prevent her from achieving equality in all spheres of her life. Patriarchal attitudes at community level continue to be the most significant hurdle for her in the system. Historically, she has been denied authority over her own education, health, and reproductive rights, and has had limited control over material assets. Research highlights how the colonial legacy of gender inequality on traditional African systems and beliefs continues to perpetuate male dominance and power at the expense of her rights and access to resources. She has borne the brunt of globalization and privatization, where unemployment and inequality tend to affect her most adversely. Her entrepreneurship and empowerment continue to be key focus areas of development initiatives and action in Africa. Entrepreneurship is increasingly hailed as one of the cornerstones of women's empowerment and overall economic growth on the continent, addressing structural barriers to her empowerment.